Hello there, home care superstars. This is Lucas Carroll with the Business of Senior Care. Um, Here today to talk to you about the state of California. And this is just an overview of the licensure process to obtain a non-medical home care or a home care organization license in California, and just sort of walks through the big milestones and the big steps to get you through the process. Certainly more to it and more nuance, but if you're looking to get into this space in California, this will at least point you in a direction in terms of getting started. So the actual license type is called a home care organization. This would allow you to do your traditional non-medical home care tasks, homemaker, companion, and hands-on personal care. Uh, and that would be the license type. It's overseen by the California Department of Social Services. Um, let's see here, and it will allow you to do the full scope of non-medical services. So let's get into it. So what is a home care organization? Can do personal care services, companionship, assistance with daily activities of living, and for medical services, you would need to get a home health license. In California, caregivers rather, are able to assist with, provide self-assistance with self-administration of medication. So if the client is able to administer their own medications but needs assistance in opening a bottle, bringing a bottle, prescription bottle to them, setting up med minders and things like that, there is some regulations that help to address that and some allowances under the HCO license. And typically, most agencies in California start under this HCO license. One driving reason is that the California Department of Social Services can get you an HCO license, with a consultant's assistance in maybe 3 to 4 months. If you go to a skilled home health license, you're looking at a year plus, year and a half to get through the whole process. Due to the backlogs and the number of applications in process. So something definitely to consider for California when it comes to the licensure is how long to take, and that you could potentially start an HCO agency and then also be applying for your home health license at the same time, have your HCO agency open and taking care of clients, generating revenue while you're waiting for that home health to come through, if that's a course of action for you. So for licensure, you do need licensure to be able to have access to third-party payers like Medicaid and VA, making sure that you're in compliance with the state regulations, and making sure that you are correctly operating. All right, the steps. So in California is the most lengthy and complex application. There are actually multiple different application forms inside of the whole full application packet that need to be filled out. About 60 pages or so is what a completed packet would look like, and that's a number of forms that are filled out, and then things like policies and procedures, entity filing, you have to submit a number of other forms, organizational chart and things like that. All of that is put together in a packet and sent to the California Department of Social Services. Then it actually needs to be printed and mailed out along with a paper check. So after that is sent out, the immediate next action steps are typically the department receives the application and then directs the owner or owners of the agency to go and complete a fingerprint background check. So that's done at a live scan location, and locations are all over California. But there would need to be a specific form taken by the owners, and they would need to go to that live scan location and complete the fingerprint. Then that fingerprint information is sent back to the department. And then additionally, the owner would need to attend a online orientation class that's hosted by a member from the CDAS, and that schedule will only be known for sure the dates once they're directed to sign up. And so it's provided, and the dates continue to rotate throughout the year, and they're typically about every 3 weeks. But an owner needs to sign up and complete that in order to get their application approved. After this it is all reviewed, the application, it's then sent from the analyst to the supervisor for final approval, and then the license is issued to the agency. Some significant requirements that go along with the application. First, there are three different types of insurances that are needed: an employee dishonesty bond, workers' compensation, an active policy, and then general liability. And so making sure to get these insurances going because they can be sometimes lengthy time frames in order to get them. And then a number of different policies and procedures are submitted for review along with the application, and they need to be sure to be in compliance with California regulations. We need to have a designated administrator and then a designated alternative for the administrator. No nurse is required for the ACO license with this, which is nice, and also you can start from home. The timeline can vary just based on processing and the number of applications that have been submitted, how many analysts are available at the department, but can range maybe 3 to 4 months. Sometimes it's longer. For the process, initially it's received by an analyst and then reviewed and then provided to a supervisor for final approval. The license is valid for 2 years, and then an unannounced survey comes at some point after the license is issued and then ongoing. Some challenges in California. It's the largest and most complex application to get completed and completed accurately. It's only done by paper. I mean, the forms can be all completed online, but then needs to be submitted by being mailed. There are some pretty stringent insurance requirements that need to be done, and the multiple deadlines that need to be met in order for the agency to be in compliance. Some expert tips over here: working with somebody experienced in licensing is really helpful. Making sure that all of the application documents have been reviewed and they're accurate and ready to be submitted, and staying in communication with whoever that assigned analyst or technician is. Ongoing is really important to make sure that you're in compliance, anticipating the unannounced survey, the renewal time period, making sure that you're up to date with any changes in regulations and anything that's happening for your agency. And that's where a consultant company like ours can be really helpful. And then this setting up some of your business office here, making sure you're making the decisions for what's best for your agency, versus an office versus home, and then just contrasting that against the time it's going to take to get the license and the financial requirements. And last, just that in California, it is a complex licensing process. It certainly can be manageable with the proper guidance. There's an estimated time frame. It could take longer based on what's going on, and there are key resources to help you in order to get licensed. And if you're looking for a licensing professional, then we're happy to help and have conversation here at the Business of Senior Care to help you get through in a frustration-free, stress-free, expedited timeline to get you the California ACO license to get your doors open as soon as possible.